this shirt matches my lamp. Which is interesting, I didn't... Hey guys, my name is Yasmina and welcome back to my channel. I make weekly videos all about books, book recommendations, writing, and the publishing world, so please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any content. In today's video, I'm going to do a spoiler-free review of the Novice by Taran Matharu. This is the first book in the Summoner series, and this is a YA/middle grade fantasy series. So I read this recently and I loved it. Oh my gosh, I think this is my new favorite sort of middle grade YA fantasy series. It was so much fun. Okay, so in this first book we follow the main character Fletcher. Now he is an orphan and is brought up as a blacksmith apprentice, and at the beginning of the book they are at this market and this other character is selling a mystical book of runes, and no one can really read these runes, but the guy selling it tells this epic story of how this book is supposed to summon demons. If the person who can read it reads aloud these runes, then they get summoned demons. And so it ends up in Fletcher's possession, and on a whim he tries to read the runes in this book, and lo and behold, he summons a demon, a little dragon called Ignatius, who is small enough to sit on his shoulder. The magic system in this world is all about demons, and the summoners are able to summon these demons from another world, and they become sort of their companions slash weapons. So it's kind of like Pokemon, in a way, because the demons battle each other, but then they're very close to the wizard or the summoner in this case. So yeah, it reminds me kind of like Pokemon meets Harry Potter meets Lord of the Rings. I think that is a good description of this series. And so then after he summons this demon, Fletcher is whisked away at a magic school for summoners, where he learns to harness his abilities of being a summoner. And we very much get that whole magical school setting like in Harry Potter, where we get to see the classes that he takes and the teachers and everything, and it's great. It reminds me so much of Harry Potter in that feel, and I loved it. And there's clear politics in this whole world. Basically, the purpose of the summoner school is for them to kind of form an army to fight against the orcs in an ongoing war against humans and orcs, and then there's also the elves. So we have all of these classes: humans, elves, dwarves, and orcs, and everyone is kind of fighting the orcs, but then there's some racial tensions between dwarves and elves and humans and dwarves and everyone. There's a lot of talk about politics between the different races as well. And so the plot revolves around Fletcher learning these skills, and then at the end of the book, at the end of the school year, they are undergoing this sort of competition between the summoners to be elected the winner and for them to be pushed forward to go into the war to become like a lieutenant. Is that lieutenant? Yes, lieutenant or something like that. I forgot the exact term, but basically they're pushed quicker into the war because usually they would need training for about 3 or 4 years, but because of this war that is happening, they've reduced that time, and so they're kind of like immediately pushed forward to already take part in this upcoming war against the orcs. And I really, really loved the tournament. It was very much reminiscent of the Tri-Wizard tournament in Goblet of Fire, which Goblet of Fire is my favorite Harry Potter book because of that tournament, and so that part was awesome and I really, really loved it. And also the demons and all the mythology behind the demons and the lore behind them is so cool, and I really, really love seeing what sort of demons everyone had and how they got to, well, have these demons, because obviously there's different levels of demons, and so a very low level summoner can only summon, you know, like beetles kind of, which were some of the demons of some of Fletcher's friends. They were kind of these flying beetles, but they were obviously like, they say they would fit inside of your palm, so they would be obviously a lot bigger than a normal beetle, but that's kind of how they were described. And then of course there's, Othello has this really cool demon. He's like, if you ever played WoW, he's like one of those rock minions kind of thing. He's basically a rock dude, right? Like a literal dude made of rocks. And he like follows Othello around, and I thought that was really funny. And of course Ignatius, Fletcher's dragon, also is really, really cute. And yeah, there's some really, really interesting creatures that some other characters have as demons, and I just want to know more about that. Like, I want to see more summoners with their demons. I thought that was such a cool part. And so I gave this about 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, simply because I feel like it was pretty slow in the beginning, but it definitely picks up around the middle, and the end is really, really action-packed. But I did feel like it was a bit difficult to get into at first, just because it was very slow. And there wasn't a lot of the magic involved in the beginning, so it was just a little bit slow for the first couple of chapters, but it picks up rather quickly after that. And so I think this is a great start for this fantasy series, and I cannot wait to read the rest. It was a very quick read as well, and the writing was really nice. I really liked the characters as well. Obviously Fletcher is great, but so was his friend Othello, the dwarf. He was also really cool, and Sylvia the elf. I also think it's really funny that the back of the book is blurbed by a booktuber, this Benjamin of Tomes, and he says, "This book is going to be huge." When did this come out? Because that's kind of cool, honestly. This came out in 2015. Okay. I guess BookTube was already kind of big back then. I think I was watching it, but I don't really remember exactly. But I just think it's cool that it's blurbed by a booktuber. If anyone wants me to blurb their book, please let me know. I'm probably too small for something like that, but you never know. You never know. Just putting it out there into the universe, maybe it'll happen. But yes, I really, really like this book, and like I said, I cannot wait to read the rest of the series, and I would really, really recommend it if you like this sort of young adult middle grade fantasy full of action and with a really, really cool magic system. And of course, the whole magical school setting, that is a big selling point to me, and I think it should be for you as well, because it's done really well. So yes, I think that is everything that I wanted to say about this today. I want to keep this pretty short and just give you my general thoughts on this book and to give you guys a recommendation. Obviously, I recommend this book, and of course there will be a link in the description if you want to go purchase it if you're interested. But I'm definitely going to pick up the rest of the series as soon as possible and probably do a full series review once I've read all of the books. So if you've read The Novice or the rest of the series, do let me know what you think of it, or if it sounds like something you'll be interested in reading, do let me know that as well. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye!